why do we have so many outflows now? Actually, I love this. Why? Right now, we have a brand new bullish pattern forming right now live on Bitcoin, and there are two new price targets. Together, we will look at the liquidation heat map, and we will also look at ETF inflows and the funding rate so that you are perfectly prepared for the next Bitcoin move, because the next move is going to be big. Alright guys, welcome to a new video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and also hit the ring bell. Big thank you and shout out to everyone who wished me well last time. I'm so much better now. I can talk again and I have no more pain. As always, I have two teas today. I have a black tea and also I have a mint tea. Make sure you also get a drink and leave a like also for the algorithm. Right now we have a new bullish pattern on Bitcoin, which is a bullish pennant. Now again, a bullish pennant has two targets, a bullish target and a bearish target. 60% up chance, 40% down chance. The price target is measured simply from the bottom of the pattern until the top. Now this here is the top breakout target here, which actually interestingly is the retest of our trend line. Where does this come from? This trend line is the extension from the last bull run highs of the last cycle. Funnily enough, for those who can remember, this was also the exact same target of our failed bull flag. Interesting. Worst case scenario, 40% breakdown target would be number one here, and this would be actually the retest of the highs from January this year. And also we have a big volume imbalance still right here. In this area we have a big fair value gap and lots of longs sitting around, and the market makers know this. And we also know this. That's why this here would be the bear target. Luckily, we have two good news, actually three of them. So let's go over them. Now, if we zoom in right now, we can see the pattern is actually very bullish because number one, we have consecutive lower highs, which means the sellers get stronger and stronger. And also the buyers get also stronger and stronger. And previously, the move before the pattern was up. So this here is a continuation pattern up. Now, if you're already experienced, you know that the best entries are always at the trend line, right here for long, or after the breakout, a retest. This is always way better because you have lots of fake outs. And this also is a big risk right here because we are right now at the trend line, and the issue is right below us, we have some longs right here below the trend line, which we could pick up quickly. Now, this again is the fake out risk, but the way bigger risk is not the fake out risk, because we already know that Bitcoin loves to fake out and grab liquidity. The big risk is the break below the trend line and a retest from the opposite side. This would open the door, number one, to of course our worst case scenario, which would be the retest of these highs, aka the filling of those fair value gaps on the left side. But also we have one bus stop in between actually, which is this support zone right here, which perfectly aligns also with the 200 EMA. So this here is a perfect area where we can see either a double bottom like this with a bullish regular RSI divergence, or a classic LSOB reversal like this. Now this here also is in the cards, again, if we get a retest of the opposite side. In the last video, we had this bear flag pattern, and as always, we perfectly predicted the exact price target, which we also reached here, and we liquidated all those longs, which we also anticipated. Also, we got the retest of the highs, which previously were highs on the left side here. Alright, we've been actually looking at this for a long time. And also, we've been looking on for a long time for this fair value gap, which we now mostly actually filled already. Now, this actually has been easy to predict in my opinion, because the market makers always want to balance out liquidity and also imbalances. And this has been a massive one. Now, let's zoom in on the 1 hour chart, and I will give you now 3 seconds to look at this setup and tell me where we can see a very nice long entry. Now, this should be actually easy for all people who've been watching for a long time. But if you are new here, I will also explain it step by step. So again, 3 seconds. Now, for those who are experienced, of course, here we have a low, we have a liquidity sweep with this wick, and this candle right here with the lowest wick. This is our order block for our LSOB reversal. So again, our order block would be from this bottom wick to this top wick, but we don't have a touch yet. What does this mean? No touch, no trade. Period, end of discussion. If we got a touch right here on the top side, but no deep close inside with the body, and a bullish reaction, this would be an amazing long trade entry. Also, this would be a great confluence because we also have the trend line here at our nose. However, right now, we already got a bounce before that, which means no trade. If we get a break below this trend line here, again, we could have a second support at this retest, And again, also, we have here longs laying around below us, which we have not picked up. Now, let's dive now into the heat map, because this is where we can see where the journey most likely will go to. Above us, we have some brand new shorts. And by the way, this doesn't bother me too much because there are not so many and they've only been opened recently. So this here can be wigged out very quickly. But way more interesting actually are all those longs below us. Right now is weekend, which means no volume, no movement. These periods are accumulation phases, and right now we accumulated actually way more longs than shorts. And this here actually is also our fake out target, which I marked on the chart. This is why I believe that if we don't hold this trend line, we most likely get a bounce right here or right here. And you know the drill, either RSI double bottom like this, bullish regular divergence, or number 2, another LSOB reversal, either right here, or again, more likely than this here, would be all the way down here, okay? Because the market loves to take liquidity, and it's right now below sitting us right here. Now, I told you that the bullish pennant right here on the high time frames is a bullish pattern. And the good news is that actually the majority of liquidity is now above us and no longer below us. So right now, the majority of open interest actually is laying above us. So those are all short positions which would get liquidated if we were to come up here. And below us is not that much left. For that reason, and also for the reason of us having here a trendline support right here, in combination with maybe a short wick down and at the bottom, we are actually mostly bullish now. Because the bullish pattern, and apart from some fake outs here and there, right now for market makers, the bigger target is above us, not below us. On Ethereum, we still have our beautiful bull flag, and now we are getting some very interesting price targets. Why? The majority of bull flags always get a bounce here on the bottom trend line, and the best entries are always if you combine a bull or bear flag in combination with a previous retest. Now this is also very obvious now, if you can look on the left side right here. Now this here would be an amazing zone for a swing long on Ethereum, and I will open a very nice big swing long on Ethereum if we get a bounce right here. Why? We have the confluence of a lower trendline bounce, check. Number 2, we have retest, check. And also big fair value gap, and most of it would actually get filled up if we come down here. And also here we have lots of long liquidations. So what we could do is, once the price gets right here, we could zoom in on the 4-hour chart and on the daily chart and find our entry either on a bullish regular RSI divergence or LSOB reversal, and we will have an amazing long trade right here for Ethereum. And as you guys might know, I'm very bullish for Ethereum. So again, keep an eye on this. In my opinion, this is going to be a very good setup. This is so interesting. On Twitter, everyone is concerned. Why do we have so many outflows now? Everyone lost interest. All the institutions are selling. Actually, I love this. Why? Every single time we have lots of outflows, this gives us the breathing room before the next big phase of inflows. What do we have here? Outflows. What do we have after? Lots of inflows. Again, outflows. Again, more inflows. Again, outflows. Big inflows. Some outflows, big inflows. Lots of outflows. What will happen next? Big inflows. So this actually is very bullish. And also funding rates right now are still quite low. They're still not as low, and I would love for them to be negative, because if they turn negative, the party will get very interesting. And this would also give me another sign of a strong bullish reversal if the market makers allow them to turn negative. But again, this is only a nice confluence and not a must-have. If you enjoy these quick Bitcoin update videos, please also leave a like for the algorithm and write your feedback and questions down below. I will answer every single comment and help you out with all my heart. If you want to make money every day in a very systemized way, you can also watch this video in 20 minutes and you will be a scalping pro. Thank you once again for your inside support. I will see you in the next video. Peace.